Hey guys!
Alright guys, we're here today to check out a Patreon request from this Patreon right here, and this is a really interesting one. And the reason I picked this from all the Patreon requests was because we've never done a Whitechapel video, concert review, album review, EP review, vlog, read a letter from them, like nothing. We've never done anything involving this band whatsoever. And not only that, it's not a band that we get a lot of requests for, and definitely on Patreon. I think this is the first time we've gotten a Patreon request for a Whitechapel video. Yeah! So I was like, wow, this is the time for us to pop our cherry, lose our virginity, if you will, to Whitechapel. And then when I saw the name of the song, When a Demon Defiles a Witch, I mean, this is super sexy. I mean, it could be.
It could be.
It could be. It also could be sexual misconduct. I don't know, depending on which angle you approach it, you know, depending on who's the demon and who's the witch and on which side of the fence you're on. All right, Whitechapel, When a Demon Defiles a Witch. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's check this out. All right. You want to go first? Go first. I really want to hear what you have to say. I can't believe I have never heard this before. But anyways.
So good. Just so good. The fact that we haven't had a request on the channel or on Patreon.
On Patreon, for 100% on Patreon for sure. On the channel is kind of, I mean, we get so many comments. It's not like I read every single comment. It's nearly impossible. So,
the fact
but
that we haven't had a
I mean, in 3 years we've never done a video from this band. So, and I think this video, when I was checking out the video, not checking out the video, but when I was downloading the video and stuff, this came out like a year ago. So it's not like, you know, from last month or whatever. So this has been around for a while.
That acoustic guitar melody is absolutely amazing. That they started the song with it. They kind of put that bridge in the middle, which was
Killer
with the clean vocals and that guitar melody.
And then they put it at the end.
And then they put it at the end. I mean,
let me start. Okay, so let's start with that. I'm not a big fan of songs that start off with that kind of like really mellow intro, and then suddenly goes from that, like it goes from 0 to 100 like in a nanosecond. I like when their intro is there, but there's more like of a build up into it, and I don't like it when it's abrupt. Having said that, and the reason I'm saying that is because I was doing an album, I was pre-recording an album review today, and there was one song that started off with a bass line similar to that, like very just the bass, and then suddenly like everything just like, I was like, what the hell? Like you go from like 0 to 100 like in 1 nanosecond, like which to me, it breaks. What's the point of that? Like, what's the point of having that intro if there's a disconnect between that and how the rest of the song goes? Having said that, the way they did it is the right way to do it. If you're gonna start off like that and then break it and have the song come in heavy, you're gonna have to use that again in the song. You can't just have that in the beginning and then that is it.
Yeah.
So by doing that at the beginning, put it in the middle and put it at the end, you can break it and it works. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still gonna hear it throughout. The song that I listened to today, that bass only came in at the beginning and then you never heard it again. If the bass came in the middle as a bridge or it finished off the track, you know, with the heaviness dissipating into the bass and then the bass finishes off the track, then perfectly fine. But there has to be some sort of consistency. You can't just throw something there because it's cool, but then it doesn't add anything to the song, and it doesn't feel like it's part of the song. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, if I can run fast with 2 legs, then perhaps if I had 3 I could run even faster. But then like no pants are gonna fit me, like it's gonna look kind of weird, like where's the 3rd leg is gonna go, like, do you know what I mean? Like just adding something for the sake of adding something without a thought process going behind it, it's not necessarily a winning formula. So when the song started and I hear that, and then suddenly it's like gangbusters, like right away it gets heavy. There's no build up. I was like, ooh, let's see how this goes. The fact that they brought it back and then at the end, perfect. I'm okay with that. Perfect way of constructing the track.
But that middle part was so
the vocals,
good.
Dude.
Oh.
The vocals were haunting. That middle bridge had melody in the music, but there was melody in his voice. The way he said, like, real, like, you know, they're singing and then they're singing. That was singing. That middle bridge musically is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because it extends the track. It takes you away from all the intensity and aggression that the song had up until that point. The song is extremely brutal.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make you think at any point in time that something like that is going to come. Did you ever thought that was going to? Did you think you were going to get clean vocals?
I did not think I was going to get clean.
I thought it was going to be the way it started all the way to the end,
which I wouldn't have hated.
No, it would have been fine too. But this to me, it just
added.
It was just magnificent. The drop, it becomes so haunting, so melodic. The song up until that point has you tense up. Like you
get to relax your muscles. You get to just relax your mind.
I felt that what it did also is it brought your guard down, because up until that point you're hyped, like your guard is up in terms of how heavy it's going to get. Is there going to be a breakdown? Like, is something happening? Then when that happens, your guard comes down and you're relaxed, and the vocals are so haunting, so beautiful. It's like a lullaby. And then you could feel it, when it's getting towards the end. And you could feel like, I was listening, I'm like, oh shit, the heaviness is coming right now. Like, it's coming, it's brewing, you can feel it. And then it hits you again. And then to finish off with that same melody at the end, it goes full circle. The way the song starts is the way the song ends. It absolutely goes full circle. And the video is super cool. What did you think of the video?
The video was it was weird, but...
What's your perspective? Okay, let me ask you. I have an idea of the video, but what do you took from the video?
I mean, I'm guessing she's the witch.
Okay.
And that old guy is the demon. And she's going through all of this and she's being...
tested?
She's being tested, yeah.
I felt like, and it's almost like every time she was trying to commit suicide, she would get a vision of what would happen when she killed herself. Because if you notice, she had the gun.
She killed herself.
She killed herself, but then she comes... It didn't feel to me that she came back again. It felt to me that almost like she snapped into her own reality. Like she was... That was like a different reality in her mind. So she gets to... It's almost like she's having a dream. And in her dream, she's killing herself, and then she wakes up, and that's her reality. Same thing when she's in the bathtub, right? Like, she's dying in the bathtub, and then she wakes up, and she crawls out of the bathtub kind of thing. So I kind of had that feeling, like, it's almost like she's in a dream state, and when she's in this dream state, she's being haunted by that demon in that dream state, almost like Freddy Krueger, to a certain extent. And then when she wakes up from that dream state, it's her reality. But because of how haunted she is in her dream state, her reality is also haunted. Because it's almost like you never know when you're in this dream state or when it's reality. Like you never know which one is which. So you constantly being demonized, for lack of a better word, by your thoughts and by these things that are happening to you. So I thought the video was really, really interesting. Like from that perspective.
When I saw her kill herself and then with the gun, and then she woke back up, I'm like, where's this going? And then she was dying in the bathtub. Then she started crawling out. I'm like, oh. Yeah, I kind of get it.
By the way, the scene in the bathtub looked kind of creepy because there's a shot of the guy's face and he has a little bit of a no face. You know, like he just had an orgasm. He's like, you know what I mean? And then you see him putting the hand in the water. I was like, ooh, somebody's having a good time.
That's the defiling.
Yeah. The demon was doing his work. He's doing all the defiling, All right, but this was a glorious track. Yeah. Glorious, glorious, glorious track. I mean, absolutely magnificent. You enjoyed that, eh?
Yeah, I did.
All right, perfect. Me too. Thank you for the Patreon request. This is gonna go on the playlist. 100%. This is gonna go on my playlist. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Come back tomorrow. We'll have more videos for you. See you guys.
See ya.